Welcome back. In the last episode, we talked about automation that actually helps and the rule that automation multiplies whatever you already have. Today, we are talking about what protects your business long term quality control. Because when you grow, when you add customers, when you delegate, when you automate, quality naturally wants to drift. Not because people are bad, because complexity increases. And if you don't build quality control, your reputation becomes unstable. And reputation is what makes the next sale easier. So, in this episode, we are going to talk about maintaining standards without becoming rigid or obsessive. We are going to make this practical. What causes quality to drop? What quality control really is? And how to build a simple system that keeps your work consistent even as you scale. Let's start with why quality drops as you grow. Quality drops for predictable reason. First, you stop doing everything yourself, and that's the goal, but it changes the outcome because other people don't have your judgment yet. Second, more work means more fatigue. Even if you love what you do, volume creates tiredness and tiredness creates mistakes. Third, more customers mean more edge cases, more weird situations, more expectations, more this customer is different. Fourth, new helpers don't have your taste yet. They don't know what you consider good. They only know what you told them. Fifth, speed pressure increases. When demand goes up, there is this invisible pressure to move faster. And when speed becomes the priority, quality gets sacrificed quietly. Now, most founders respond to this by trying harder. They work more, they stress more, they micromanage more. But that approach doesn't scale. Quality requires structure, not heroics. So, what does quality control actually mean? Quality control is not perfection. Quality control is not obsessing over every detail. Quality control is simply defining what good looks like, checking for common failure points, and preventing rework and disappointment. Think of quality control as prevention. It's cheaper to prevent mistakes than fix them after the customer is unhappy. Cheaper in time, cheaper in money, and honestly, cheaper emotionally because fixing a mistake after delivery costs more than the mistake itself. It costs trust, it costs confidence, it costs mental energy. So, the point of quality control is to catch issues early when they are still small. Now, let's build a simple quality control system. A good system has three parts. Part 1 standards, what good means. Part 2 checkpoints, where you verify before moving forward. Part 3 feedback loops, how you improve based on what goes wrong. Most businesses fail because they skip standard. They keep relying on vibe. They think we'll know if it's good when we see it, but vibe is inconsistent. Vibe changes with mood, energy, stress, and time pressure. Standards creates consistency. Standards make quality repeatable. Let's talk about part 1. Define your standards. Standards don't have to be complicated. They can be simple, clear statements. Examples of standards are a response time standard, a delivery format standard, a minimum quality standard, a communication tone standard. And the key is write them down, not as a long document, as a few clear statements you can actually follow. For example, every delivery includes X and Y and Z. Every customers get an update every 48 hours. No project is delivered without running the final checklist. Standards reduce judgment calls, and judgment calls consume energy. If you are deciding the same thing over and over again, you are burning mental fuel you could be using to improve the business. Now, part 2 checkpoints. Checkpoints are where you pause and verify. They are planned moments to catch issues before they become customer facing. Here are common checkpoints that work in most businesses after onboarding, confirm scope and timeline. This prevents, wait, I thought this was included later. After the first draft or first version, verify alignment with requirements. This prevents you from moving too far in the wrong direction. Before final delivery, run the final checklist. This prevents misstepping, missing files, missing details, and oops moment. Checkpoints prevent oops. They create predictability, and predictability builds trust. And here is something important. Checkpoints don't slow you down long term. They speed you up before reducing rework. Rework is the real time killer. Now, part 3, the feedback loop. Every quality problem is data, and this is where founders usually get emotional. They get frustrated, they blame people, they blame themselves. But the system's first way is different. When something goes wrong, you ask, why did this error happen? Was the step unclear? Was the checklist missing a step? Was the standard not defined? Was the customer expectation unrealistic? Then you update the system. The goal is not to blame people. The goal is to improve the machine. A business becomes stable when mistakes becomes rare, not because you are perfect, but because you learn structurally. Now let's talk about quality control when you have helpers, because this is where quality drifts faster. When you delegate, quality control must be explicit. Use example outputs. Show what good looks like. Use the definition of done, not finish the task. But here is what finished means. Use a review process for the first deliveries. Review the first three outputs closely, then reduce supervision as the standard becomes consistent, and use gradual independence. Don't hand someone full responsibility on day one. Let them earn trust step by step. Most founders make one big mistake here. They expect helpers to have their test immediately. Test takes time, so you build the bridge with standards and examples. Alright, let's work this up. Quality control isn't perfection. It's a structure that keeps your work consistent as complexity increases. So remember the three parts: standards, define what good means; checkpoints, verify before moving forward; feedback loops, turn mistakes into system improvement; and why, when you have helpers, make quality explicit. Examples, definitions, early review, and gradual independence. In the next episode, we'll talk about something that turns chaos into clarity: weekly operation reviews. A simple weekly review system that helps you spot problems early and improve the business every week. Season 4 is about building a business that improves itself. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next one.